has to be after the face-off.
And is somebody coming over to do the anthem? Is Emmy coming?
Yeah, Emmy's doing music. Of course.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Joe Etzel Field here on the beautiful campus of the University of Portland for another exciting installment of your 2025 Warner Pacific University Knights baseball season. For this afternoon's contest, the Knights welcome the Yotes of the College of Idaho in Caldwell, Idaho. Welcome and thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys making the drive over to our house. We're looking forward to a great afternoon of competition with y'all and wish you a safe drive back to your hotel later this evening. Warner Pacific University, the Cascade Collegiate Conference, and the NAIA are committed to promoting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. The NAIA Champions of Character program empowers student athletes, coaches, officials, and fans to demonstrate at all times what character truly means in a competitive arena. So please refrain from using profanity as you support your team. The NAIA encourages respect between opponents and sportsmanship in all contests. We thank you in advance for your support, and please enjoy this afternoon's games. All right, let's get busy, shall we? Introduce today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Yotes at the College of Idaho. Leading off for the Yotes and playing right field, number 1, James Hull. Batting second and playing third base, number 2, Ben Gapp. Batting third and playing second base, number 9, Jack Ingram. Batting fourth and catching, number 40, Kaden Casagrande. Batting fifth and designated hitter, number 31, Austin Moon. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 5, Darren Smith. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 29, Connor Olson. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 12, Kenneth Morgan. Batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 11, Chandler Stocking. And pitching this afternoon for the Yotes, number 7, Nate Bidlack. The Yotes are coached by head coach Sean Humberger. Assistant coaches are Brian Schwieger, Pete Troyer, and Dawson Danner. Let's introduce the home team. Talking about your Warner Pacific Knights. Leading off the Knights and playing right field, he's number 9, Mason DeVerna. Batting second and playing left field, number 1, Connor Hale. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 21, Colin Schiller. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 6, Mitchell Tomabritt. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 4, Alex Nisbet. Batting sixth and playing third base, number 13, Trent Lowe. Batting seventh and catching, number 17, Giovanni Aviar. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 10, Sean Hunt. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 20, Jared Seibel. And pitching today, number 33, Aiden Yeager. The Knights are coached by head coach Jeff Bard. Assistant coaches are Ben Corner, Chris Dutton, Weston Grove, and Jason Hoggins. Ladies and gentlemen, Warner Pacific University is an institution of Christian faith. So please join me for a brief prayer, followed by our national anthem. Shall we pray? Our gracious Father and our God, we thank you for today and that in your kind providence we've made it all to this moment safely. We ask for your blessing on all of those who are gathered here today, both on and off the field. We ask for an injury-free, respectful, and competitive battle between these two teams. We thank you for the gift and the ability to play the game that we love. And we ask for safe travels for everyone on our way home later this evening. Now may our words and actions today glorify your beautiful name, for it's in Christ's holy name that we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand, remove your caps, and let's honor the banner, the Star Spangled One, hanging in center field, and this wonderful country for which it stands. Here now is our national anthem. Thank you, everyone. It's a great day for baseball.
Hello, Knight fans, and welcome out to Joe Etzel Field on the campus of the University of Portland today. Super excited to be with you today. I'm Jamin Bernhardt doing your play-by-play today, and we have the Knights versus the Yotes, and leading off for the Yotes is going to be number 1, James Hull. Pitching for the Knights today is Aiden Yeager. And here comes the first pitch from Aiden. That's outside, low and away for ball 1. Here comes the windup and the pitch. It's outside again for ball 2. It counts 2-0. Third pitch is in there for a called strike. Aiden trying to get back into that count. Counts now 2-1. Next pitch is outside, and the count is 3-1. Pumps in strike 2, works the count full. Counts 3-2. And he lost him. Next up for the Yotes is number 2, Ben Gaff.
The Yotes, the third baseman, number 2, Ben Gaff.
Aiden Yeager this year is 2-6, 2 wins, 6 losses with an ERA of 6.84. He's appeared in 9 games. Has no saves on the year. Comes the first pitch to Ben Gaff, and that's looked like a little outside, but the ump was generous, gave us a call. Strike 1. Ben Gaff is batting .309 this season. Definitely a very solid batter for the Yotes. Pickoff attempt, that was really close. Looks like he was safe, according to the umpire. Next pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Another pickoff attempt. Next is pitches in there and gets a ball. From the stretch, here's the 1-2 pitch. Little sweeper, and that's fouled off to the right side. Ben Gaff stays alive. Count is 2-2. There's a ball, throw it on the second on the stolen base. Not in time. That's a stolen base for James Hull. Yeager looks back at second base, checks, throws. That's outside. Count runs even at 2-2. Knights coming into this game with an overall record of 7-28, conference record of 6-23. Aiden Yeager looks in for the sign, gets it, checks second base, and comes in with the 2-2 pitch. And that's, just stays alive. Foul tips that thing just off to the left side. Count runs full now at 3-2. Aiden Yeager looks in. Here comes the payoff pitch. Gaff fouls that one, spoils it off to the right. Count stays at 3-2. Here comes the next pitch, and that's laced to left field on a line. We got a man there, though, for the out, and that's going to be out number 1. And nice throw in. The runner on second did not advance to third base.
Now batting for the Yotes, the second baseman, number 9, Jack Ingram.
Mason DeVerna out there on the catch. Now batting for the Yotes is number 9, Jack Ingram, second baseman today. First pitch is pumped in there for a strike. Jack Ingram leads the Yotes in batting average with an average of .347. Absolutely mashing this year, 51 hits. Second pitch to him, and that's fouled down the left side. Almost stayed fair, but not quite. Runner has to retrieve back to second. Impressive thing about Jack Ingram is he's got 147 at-bats and a heck of an average, but he only has 1 home run, which, you know, goes to show you he's what you would call a professional hitter. Gets on base. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Aiden Yeager. Turns and throws back to second. Nothing doing. Jack Ingram has no triples, but he does have 13 doubles on the year. Comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's swung and line down the right field line. That's going to fall on the line. Mason DeVerna gets it in. Ingram slips at first, and he's going to be out at first base, rounding the bag. Give him credit for the single, but he is out. 9-3. Must be some slippery turf out there. Might need to change up the cleats.
The catcher, number 40, Caden Casagrande.
On the play, though, a run did score, and the Yotes do lead 1-0. Now batting for the Yotes is number 40, the catcher, Caden Casagrande. First pitch is a beautiful breaking ball in there for a strike. Pulled the string on that one. Next pitch, and that's laced to center field. We got a man there, Jared Seibel. He's there to make the catch, and that'll do it for the night for the Yotes in the top of the first inning. They do score a run, though, however, and the Knights are now down going into their half of the first inning, 1-0.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Arch.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
My name's Jared Seibel, center fielder for Warner Pacific Baseball, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Welcome back to Joe Edsall Field. where the Knights gave up a run in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's 1-0 in favor of the Yotes. On the mound for the Yotes today is Nate Vidlak. He is 2-2 all the year with a 4.41 ERA in 10 appearances. The Yotes this year have a record of 19-23 with a conference record of 9-20. Pretty even on the road as well as home. At home they are 12-11. On the road they are 7-12. At the top of the order today is Mason DeVerna, switching it up a little bit.
Leading off for the Knights, the right fielder, number 9, Mason DeVerna.
First pitch in there from Vidlak is a strike on the inner half of the plate. Mason looks at strike one. Second pitch, DeVerna has to kind of back away from. That's ball one. Count is even now at 1-1 strike. Mason DeVerna this year, he's batting .291, 34 hits. Comes a pitch, and that's swung on and missed. Big, healthy cut for DeVerna. The count goes to 1-2. Check swing and appeal. He did not go. Count runs even at 2-2 strikes. DeVerna in 117 plate appearances. He's got 34 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side. He has been a very consistent hitter for the Knights this year. Understand the move to make him at the top of the lineup for sure. There's the next pitch, and that's lined into center field. The play made by the shortstop, that was a heck of a play by the shortstop to dive off to his left and get up and make the throw, but DeVerna is just too fast, and he gets on first base. That should be a base hit. Next up for the Knights, it's number 1, Connor Hale, the shortstop. First pitch from Vidlak does not come. It's a throw over to first base. DeVerna's back in safely. Not too much of a threat to steal, but he will do it on occasion. Second pitch, or the first pitch to Connor Hale is fouled off to the right side. DeVerna, he has attempted to steal 4 times. And he has made it safely 3 of those times. Comes the next pitch to Connor Hale. Check swing. Points at Connor, says he did swing. Ball was low, so that was important. And he did go around, so the count goes to 0-2. Connor's now going to shorten up, protect the plate. Comes the next pitch to Connor. And that's lined in left field. That'll be a base hit. DeVerna hits second, stops there, and Connor is safely at first base. 2 batters up, 2 base hits to right field. It's a good way to start the game. Next up for the Knights is number 21, Colin Schiller. Colin Schiller is batting just over 300. He's batting .304 on the year with 21 hits. Comes the first pitch to Schiller, and that's a bender, and it's a little bit inside. Ball count is 1-0. making Vidlak work here early on in the inning. Next pitch is outside. Vidlak looks in, gets the sign from his battery mate. Looks back at DeVerna at second and throws the next pitch, and that's low. Count goes to 3-0. Beautiful spot here for Schiller. He is a good hitter, although I don't think the green light will be coming here. Make Vidlak throw a strike, and it looks like that he cannot throw a strike. Next pitch is ball 4, and Schiller walks down to first base, and the bases are now loaded with nobody out. This is a beautiful situation for a man who's been leading off for the Knights for a decent amount of this year, Mitchell Toma Britt. For my money, he's got one of the better walk-up songs, for sure. One of the couple that's got Ozzy Osbourne as their walk-up song. Mitchell Toma Britt with Crazy Train and Alex Nisbet, who's going to be up next with another Ozzy song. Beautiful situation here for the Knights with the bases loaded with nobody out. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, looked a little bit low, but a little generous maybe call there from the ump. Strike one. Toma Britt, best hitter on the team right now. His average is 362. He's been raking all year. It's the right guy to have up, and he lines it to left field. That'll be a base hit, and that'll score a run. Station to station they go. Right through the hole, right where the shortstop would normally be, but he was shaded off to the left, and that created a huge hole there. Toma Britt just let that ball travel, and that thing just got laced into the left field for a base hit. Now steps up Alex Nisbet. Hopefully we can tag on some more. Still bases loaded with no outs. Beautiful situation for the Knights. Already 3 hits in the inning. Comes a pitch from Vidlak. That's a bender. That's in there for a strike. He's got a decent looking breaking ball. He's been missing a little bit with the fastball, but the breaking ball seems to be in a decent place right now. Maybe he'll continue with that. Here comes the pitch from Vidlak, and that's, just as I said, I think that might have been a slider, and that was outside. Still nobody out. Bases juiced for the Knights. Here comes the pitch from Vidlak, and that's lined to right field, and that might be a gapper. Yes, it is. That's going to be extra bases for Nisbet. Here comes Connor on the score. Here comes Schiller with Toma Britt right behind him. He has to retreat back to third base, and now he's in a pickle. And it looks like he's going to be out at home plate. But on the play, Nisbet gets the third. That'll be a double for Nisbet with the runner advancing on the throw. That's 2 more in for the Knights as the score is already 3-1. Knights have bounced back beautifully after giving a run in the top of the first. Now to keep it going for the Knights is number 13, Trenton Lowe. First pitch is inside for a ball. Ball 1 to Lowe. And then that pitch is lined to left field, and that is going to be caught by the left fielder. But that's going to score another run as Toma Britt comes in to score, and the score is now 4-1 in favor of the Knights.
Now batting for the Knights, the catcher, number 17, Giovanni Aguilar.
Now batting for the Knights is number 17, Giovanni Aguilar, the catcher. First pitch is in there for a strike. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Another good breaking ball from Vidlak. Count is now 1-2. The next pitch is in there for a strike, and that'll end the inning. But a very productive inning for the Knights as they push 4 across, and now the score is 4-1 in favor of the Knights.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Martin Cooper makes the mobile phone.
Elvis Presley died today.
The Space Shuttle Challenger is destroyed.
Have you played Pac-Man?
The 1996 Olympic Games is awarded to Atlanta.
Awaiting the new millennium and the Y2K code.
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Introducing iPod.
Barack Obama has been elected president.
I pronounce that William and Catherine may be man and wife together.
Happy New Year. We wish you a happy and healthy 2014.
A lot has changed in the last 50 years.
Leading off for the Goats, the designated hitter, number 31, Austin Moon. Now batting for the Goats, the first baseman, number 5, Darren Smith.
We are back at Joe Edsel Field. Austin Moon. Darren Smith is batting, and he is going to possibly foul out. Yes, he did. Fouled out to Mason DeVerna out in right field. Beautiful play by him. He ranged very far over there in foul territory from his spot in right field to make that catch. And there's very quickly 2 down in the inning. Now batting for the Yotes is number 29, Connor Olson. First pitch, and that's lined to left field. It looks like that's going to be a foul ball. Count is 0-1. This would be huge for the Knights after getting 4 in their bottom half of the first inning to come up in the top of the second and put up a 0, especially this quickly. Be huge for Aiden Yeager on the mound. Here comes the pitch from Aiden, and that's in there for a ball. Count goes even at 1-1. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Connor Olson watches that one go by. Count goes to 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Yeager. And that's swung and dribbled on to first base. Stay fair, please. Ooh, looks like that went foul. That would have been a very, very easy out for the first baseman to just step on first, but it dribbled foul by just that much. Olsen must have said some prayers last night. He gets another opportunity. Count still 1-2, 2 outs in the inning. Yeager gets the sign. Here comes the pitch. And that's popped up off to the right side in right field. And DeVerna, who was busy in that inning, gets 2 of those outs. And the Knights are out of the inning. What a beautiful job by Yeager. Had some rest in the bottom half of that first inning while the Knights were scoring 4 runs. Comes right out and shuts the Yotes down. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The Knights still up 4-1.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sign up now with no enrollment fee. Move Fitness.
Let's go.
It's time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Move Fitness.
Time to get it on.
For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Move Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Time to get it on.
Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer at Move Fitness.
How's it going, guys? I'm Weston Growth, recruiting coordinator for Knights Baseball, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Welcome back to Joe Edsall Field, where the Knights have a 4-1 lead heading into the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off for the Knights in this inning is going to be number 10, Sean Hunt. Sean Hunt this year is batting .228. He's got 18 hits on the year. 4 of those are doubles, and he does have a home run on the year. He's batted 7 in. Vidlac is still on the mound for the Yotes. First pitch is in there for a strike from Vidlac. Second pitch from Vidlac is a little outside for a ball. He's definitely sticking with that breaking ball. He seems to have more of a feel for it. He has thrown it for a ball a few times, but seems to have more of a feel for that one right now than his fastball. Next pitch is in there for a ball, and the count runs to 2-1. The Knights would love to play some add-on in this inning. At the bottom of the order, due up. Next pitch is in there for a ball, and the count runs to 3-1. It's going to be Hunt, Seibel, and then back to the top of the order with DeVerna, who had a base hit to start things off for the Knights in the first inning. Comes the next pitch, and another walk. Sean Hunt trots on down to first base, gets a little bit of a dap from Ben Kerner, first base coach for the Knights. And Jared Seibel, number 20. See what he can do. Hopefully we can move the runners across, get some more runs. Seibel is batting .224 on the season, 19 hits. Here comes the pitch, first pitch, and that's outside. Vidlac has struggled to find the strike zone so far in this game. Which has definitely helped the Knights out. But the Knights did help themselves with a few hits in that first inning. Next pitch is fouled back. It's a beautiful day out here. 72 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Super excited to be here today. Start of a 4-game stretch. Next game will start in about 30 minutes after the finalization of this game. Should be around 3 o'clock. And then tomorrow Comes the pitch. Oh, that was a little bit low, but a little bit of a generous call. Gets Vidlac back in the count. Count is 1-2. Sean Hunt over there at first base. Tomorrow, the Knights will be playing at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., and the location will be at Milwaukee High School, back where we normally have been playing our games. Check swing. Peel down to the umpire, who's standing shaded off a little bit to the right from second base. Says he didn't go. Not the greatest angle, but when you got a two-man umpire crew, it's a little bit harder to see those. Next pitch is outside again for a ball, and the count runs full at 3-2. Seibel's got some power with 4 home runs this year. Let's see if maybe he can go yard again. Might be wrong, but I feel like he actually hit a home run here when we were here about a month ago. Sean Hunt takes off. A little bit surprising. Hit and run, most likely, is what the play was. Seibel flies it off to the right side. Sean Hunt does not have a stolen base this year, has not attempted one. So a hit and run is definitely what that was. See if they try that again. Throw over to first base. Hunt gets back. The elusively speedy Hunt, he gets back to first base. They're worried about him. Vidlac looks in. Ooh, and he gets Seibel to chase the pitch that's a little bit higher than the ones he's been throwing in this at-bat. He strikes out for the first out of the inning. Now we're back to the top of the order with Mason DeVerna, the right fielder, guy who was very busy last inning with 2 of the outs being recorded by him, 1 in foul territory and 1 fairly routine one out to him to end the inning. Sean Hunt still at first base. First pitch is fouled off. Next pitch to DeVerna, that's fouled off to the left. 2 foul balls to start off the at-bat. Count runs to 0-2. 1 out. Sean Hunt still at first base. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled off for a third time. This one off to the right. Hopefully that one does not land on someone's car. There's a strip of parking that's just off to the right, maybe 100 yards or so from the right field line. It's definitely a dangerous place to park. That net does not go up very high. Advise people to park in the huge parking lot that's beyond left field. Here comes the pitch, and that's might be a double play, and it is. 5-4-3 double play. Beautiful turn by the Yotes, and that'll end the inning with the Knights going away with no hits, but they did draw a walk. They did have a base runner in that inning, but the score is still 4-1.
Education with purpose. For nearly 100 years, Warner Pacific University has been helping students achieve a purpose-driven life with degrees to serve their calling. As a Christ-centered university, Warner Pacific offers a wide variety of undergraduate and postgraduate programs on our campus located in the urban heart of Portland. Whether you're a first-time student or a working adult, come discover what Warner Pacific has to offer. Warner Pacific University. Education with purpose.
I'm Trent Lowe, third baseman. This is Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Back at Joe Etzel Field. Cannon Morgan is going to lead off the inning for the Yotes, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. A little outside, but might have clipped that outer edge. Yeager might have gotten the call. Count goes 0-1. Second pitch is in there for a strike as well. Third pitch is a little bit outside. Yeager might have been wasting that one a little bit. Trying to get him to chase, possibly. Count goes to 1-2. Here comes the fourth pitch of the at-bat, and that's grounded down to the third base line. The throw over to first, and the pick, and it looks like he got him. Beautiful throw by the third baseman, Trenton Lowe, on a one-hop. That was an even better pick by the first baseman, Colin Schiller. He's been doing that all year. First pitch to the next batter, Chandler Stocking, is in there for a strike. Chandler Stocking rounds out the order. Due up is the top of the order, and James Hull. Comes the second pitch to Stocking, and that is a little outside, and that's a ball. And that swung on and missed. A beautiful pitch by Yeager. Got him to swing at that one. Sweeper right there. Count goes to 1-2. Comes the next pitch from Yeager. That swung on and grounded again, too low at third base. A long throw over to first base. Not able to pick it that time, as Schiller there drops the ball, and that'll be an E3. James Hull is now due up for the Yotes, back to the top of the order. First pitch, and that's swung and lifted to the left field. That's going to be caught out there for the first out of the inning. Or sorry, the second out of the inning there. Beautiful job out there. Left fielder Mitchell Brett with the catch. Ben Gaff steps up to the plate for the Yotes with 2 outs. First pitch is a strike outside and a stolen base there for James Hull. Next pitch is right to Lowe again, who throws over to first, and this time Schiller is able to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No damage done. Good job from the Knights to get out of that inning. Trenton Lowe was a busy man. We go to the bottom of the third inning. The Knights are still up 4-1.
Time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Moo Fitness.
For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Move Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer fitness.
Hi, my name is Jeff Bard, head coach at Warner Pacific University. You're watching Knights Baseball on the Knights Network.
Welcome back to Joe Edsel Field as we head to the bottom of the third inning. We got a little update for you on Warner Pacific softball. They are playing Corbin down there to finish up their series. They played 2 there yesterday. They lost game 1 in heartbreaking fashion on a suicide squeeze bunt. And then they won the second one going away by a final score of 10-2. Today in game 1, in the bottom of the 7th right now, it looks like they have a 2-1 lead. So hopefully they can get that done. Number 1, Connor Hale leads off the inning for the Knights back here at the baseball facility. Next pitch is line to the second baseman. Easy throw over to first base. Records the out. 1 out in the inning. Colin Schiller, the next batter up for the Knights. First pitch is in there for a strike to Colin Schiller. Vidlac working fast now. That second pitch is a little bit of a hanger, and Schiller's going to dump that into left field for a base hit. Beautiful job of hitting there from Schiller for his second base hit of the afternoon.
The first baseman, number 6, Mitchell Toma-Britt.
That brings up Mitch Toma-Britt. Who also had a base hit in that inning, in the first inning, helped the Knights score 4. First pitch is low for a ball. Vidlac looks in, gets a sign. Here comes the next pitch, and that's laced to right field. The right fielder is going back. Looks like he's on the track, and it's off the wall. It was a good try on the catch, but he was not able to get it. Rounding second and headed for third is Schiller. He slides in safely. A beautiful hit from Mitchell Toma-Britt. His second of the afternoon. He's on safely. For a second, I thought maybe that ball had maybe just enough carry to get over the right field fence, but not quite. The right fielder out there made a beautiful attempt at a catch. Almost got it too, just wasn't able to pull it down. Now the Knights have things in business. They have runners on first and third with 1 out. Alex Nisbet, the batter. He sees the first pitch outside for a ball. And the Knights, they have Vidlac on the ropes again. Hopefully they can cash in. The next pitch is laced out to right field again, and that one is off the scoreboard for a home run. Good golly, Miss Molly. Alex Nisbet with a 3-run home run. Schiller's in the score. Toma is in the score, and here comes Nisbet rounding third. Gets that high five from head coach Jeff Bard, and they're about to tap some helmets out there. Beautiful, beautiful job there from Alex Nisbet. Took that breaking ball and just sent it the same way that Mitchell Toma-Britt did, out to right field. This time, that thing did have some carry on it, and it knocked right off the air sign. He said, take that to that scoreboard. Beautiful piece of hitting there from Alex Nisbet. And now the next pitch to Trenton Lowe. That's jacked to left center field. And, ooh, darn. I thought that was going to be another home run. I thought that was going to be the second one in as many pitches. But the left fielder was there, right below the 369 sign. Made the catch on the warning track. For the second out of the inning, Giovanni Avelar, the catcher, is due up. First pitch is in there for a strike. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Count goes quickly to 0-2 on Giovanni Avelar. And next pitch is in there for a strike as well. So after that home run, Vidlac, he gets out of it, getting Trenton Lowe to line out to left field and then the strikeout to Avelar. We head to the top half of the fourth inning. The Knights now lead by a score of 7-1.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Martin Cooper makes the mobile phone.
Elvis Presley died today.
The Space Shuttle Challenger is destroyed.
Have you played Pac-Man?
The 1996 Olympic Games is awarded to Atlanta.
Awaiting the new millennium and the Y2K bug.
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Introducing iPod.
Barack Obama has been elected president.
I pronounce that William and Catherine may be man and wife together.
Happy New Year! We wish you a happy and healthy 2014.
A lot has changed in the last 50 years, but there's one thing that hasn't. The Chick-fil-A Chicken Sandwich.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sign up now with no enrollment fee. Move Fitness.
Let's go.
Back here at Joe Edsel Field, Jack Ingram to lead it off for the Yotes to start the top half of the fourth inning. First pitch is a bender that is, I thought that was in there, but I guess not quite. Ball 1. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled away. Pitchers count now at 1-2. See what Yager wants to do here. Next pitch is wasted outside. Count goes even again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yager's working quickly. Here comes the windup and the pitch, and that's line foul down the left field side. Yager looks in, gets the sign. Comes a 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off again to the parking lot of doom over there. Hopefully everybody's car is okay. Definitely taking a chance parking over there. There's a huge parking lot beyond left field where everyone parks when they go and watch baseball or basketball. Definitely the place to park. As the next pitch is routinely flied out to center field. Jared Seibel is there to make the catch. That'll be 1 out on the inning. The catcher, number 40, Caden Casagrande, is the one due up. Yeager's ready. He throws that first pitch in there for a strike. He is in a groove right now. He's been pitching very well. Next pitch, and that's going to be a base hit through the middle, right between second and shortstop, just to the left of second base. That's a base hit for Casa Grande, and that's the second hit of the afternoon for the Yotes.
Number 31, Austin Moon.
Austin Moon, the DH, number 31, is up now to see if they can continue something. Austin Moon struck out his first time up. First pitch is in there for a strike. Painted the black there on the outside corner. Next pitch it's a pickoff throw, and it's out to right field. Casa Grande is going to advance to second on that. It's the second error of the game for the Knights. Next pitch is in there for a ball. Count goes even at 1-1. Yeager looks in and gets a sign. Checks the runner at second base. No threat there, it looks like. The next pitch is in there. Another breaking ball in there for a strike. Count moves to 1-2. One away for Aiden Yeager. Here comes the next pitch, and that's fouled straight back, right into the netting, just off to my right. Umpire needs some new baseballs. Number 5, Nicola Winston, there to provide him with some. Yotes has something brewing right now. Got a runner on second with one out. 1-2 pitch. And that's in there. He froze him for strike 3.
Now batting for the Yotes, the first baseman, number 5, Darren Smith.
Austin Moon knew that was a strike. He just stood there, slumped his shoulders, and started his walk back to the dugout. Now up for the Yotes is number 5, Darren Smith. Flat out in foul territory to right field. Mason DeVerna was there for that catch. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch, and that's line to the shortstop, Connor Hill. He throws that over to Colin Schiller and makes the play. The Knights are out of the inning. Aiden Yeager, he's pitching very well. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Knights 7, the Yotes 1.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away?
It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Hi, I'm Aiden Yeager, starting pitcher. Thanks for watching Nice Baseball on Nice Network.
Back at Joe Etzel Field here. We do have a final on that softball game. The Knights won Game 3 by a score of 2-1 in 7 innings. Beautiful job by them. We'll definitely have some stats to read out later. First pitch to Sean Hunt. It's grounded to the first base. Kidlack, the pitcher, he covers his bag nicely, runs over to first, and receives that throw from the first baseman, Ben Gaff. Of course, the first out of the inning. Brings up number 20, Jared Seibel. First pitch, and that's lined to center field, and that's going to be a solid base hit. Another base hit for Jared Seibel. After getting that strikeout there and the last time he was up, checking in with a base hit now. Good to see that. Mason DeVerna back to the top of the order up for the Knights. Throw over to first base. Back in time with Seibel. First pitch to DeVerna is in their first strike. Next pitch is a little upstairs. A little bit of a check swing, but he did not go. Count goes to 1-1 on DeVerna. Next pitch to DeVerna, and that's popped sky high and out of play off to the right side. I don't know if it quite got to that parking lot. Cars might be safe for now. Count goes to 1-2 on Mason DeVerna. Another check on first base. Not much of a pickoff attempt, just kind of making sure he stays over there. Comes the 1-2. Oh, another check over to first base. Really worried about Jared Seibel over there. Comes the next offering to DeVerna, and that's lifted to center field. The runners are retreating, and that one is out of here right by the flag. Good golly, Miss Molly. The second home run of the day, this time by the leadoff man, Mason DeVerna. Seibel scores. DeVerna rounds third, gets that high five from Jeff Bart again. He's going to be plated at home. Get that helmet tap. Beautiful job there from Mason DeVerna. He absolutely cranked on that one. That thing went right out to the flag. It almost hit that American flag out there. Right above the 369 sign, right in between that 369 and 388 sign. Beautiful job. Number one, Connor Hale is going to look to continue that. The Knights now have a 9-1 lead on 9 hits. They've been extremely efficient today. Touching Kidlack up for a decent amount of runs and hits. The only blemish on that scoreboard that I'm seeing is the 2 errors that the Knights have. But right now, they're proven to be pretty inconsequential. The Yotes have not been able to do anything with those errors. Kidlack in for the next pitch. That's in their first strike. Count goes 0-2. Last time the Knights hit a home run against Kidlack back in that first inning when Alex Nisbet went yard. Next pitch is lined to center field for a base hit. Connor Hale is on at first base. His second hit of the day. As I was saying, when Alex Nisbet went yard, Kidlack, he went right back and he struck out the next batter in 3 pitches. Kind of wondering if he might do the same there. Still 1 away. That first pitch is put out to center field, and a beautiful diving catch by the center fielder out there, which brings up Mitchell Toma Britt. First pitch into Toma Britt is a little low and inside for a ball. Ball one to the Knights left fielder. Now 2 away and 1 on board first. See if the Knights can produce some more runs in this inning. Here comes the pitch from Vidlak. And that is low in there for a ball. There's the next pitch from Vidlak, and that's fouled off to the right side. Count goes to 2-1 on Toma Britt. And that ball is lofted to right field, and that's caught, and that'll do it for the Knights in the bottom half of the 4th inning. But that's 2 more runs for the Knights as they have extended this lead out to 9-1. Beautiful job by the Knights in this game so far. They got 9 runs on 10 hits. We'll be back.
Education with purpose. For nearly 100 years, Warner Pacific University has been helping students achieve a purpose-driven life with degrees to serve their calling. As a Christ-centered university, Warner Pacific offers a wide variety of undergraduate and postgraduate programs on our campus located in the urban heart of Portland. Whether you're a first-time student or a working adult, come discover what Warner Pacific has to offer. Warner Pacific University. Education with a purpose.
My name is Sergio Soria, catcher. You're watching Nice Baseball on Nice Network.
Left fielder, number 29, Connor Olson.
Due up for the Yotes in the top of the 5th inning is number 29, Connor Olson. First pitch from Yeager. That's in there for a strike, fastball. Comes the 0-1 offering from Yeager. That's a little inside. Might have been a slider there. Tried to backdoor it. Count goes to 1-1. Next pitch is hit right back up the middle. Yeager fields his position very well. He was off balance after throwing the ball. Somehow ranged back to his left, grabbed the ball and threw it back over to first base to Schiller for the out. What a beautiful job there from the starting pitcher, Aiden Yeager. Number 12, Cannon Morgan, is due up now. 1 out in the inning. First pitch is fouled off to the right into the ever dangerous parking lot. That there seems to be a lot of cars out there. Did not get the memo there was a baseball game today. Next pitch is, thought it was a pretty good pitch, but Ump did not and called out a ball. Count is even at 1-1. Next offering from Yeager is in there for another ball. Count is 2-1. Now that one is in there. Count is even at 2-2. There's one out in the inning. Next offering from Yeager, and that's fouled off again into the ever dangerous parking lot over there. Seen a lot of action today so far. We still got 4 more innings to go, plus another full game. So if you are parked over there, and somehow you're listening to this, you might want to move it. Another foul ball. This one dribbled harmlessly down the third baseline. Morgan steps back in. Here comes the next pitch, and that's a big league pop off to the right side. Who's going to get it? Communication out there, fellas. And DeVerna, the right fielder, calls off the second baseman, Sean Hunt. Makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Bottom of the order, number 11, Chandler Stocking, due up. Last hope for the Yotes in this inning. First pitch is lined to center field. Solid base hit for Stocking. Just the third base hit of the day for the Yotes. We're back to the top of the order with number 1, James Hull, the right fielder. Aiden from the stretch now, looks for the sign. Throws a pretty good breaking ball. Must have just missed. The umpire called it a little outside. Count is 1-0. Yeager looks over at first base, checks on the runner over there, gets a sign, and the next pitch, that's lined to center field, and that's going to be an out. That's the third out of the inning. Beautiful job there from Yeager. He continuously might have a runner on, but he gets that next guy out. Ends the inning pretty quick. Good job from Yeager, and we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Knights up 9-1.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away? It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
It's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
Martin Cooper makes the mobile phone. Elvis Presley died today. The Space Shuttle Challenger is destroyed.
Have you played Pac-Man? The 1996 Olympic Games is awarded to Atlanta.
Awaiting the new millennium and the Y2K bug.
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Introducing iPod.
Barack Obama has been elected president.
I pronounce that William and Catherine may be man and wife together.
Happy New Year. We wish you a happy and healthy 2014.
A lot has changed in the last 50 years, but there's one thing that hasn't. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
I'm Nikolai Winston, and I play outfield, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Night Network.
Welcome back to Joe Edsel Field. We do have a pitching change for the Yotes, as the day for Nate Vidlak is over after giving up the 9 runs in 10 hits. And in steps number 45, Grant Jacobson, to try to stem the tide and put some innings together for the Yotes. Number 21. Number 4, Alex Nisbet is going to lead off the inning for the Knights. huge inning for Alex Nisbet in the third inning when he hit that home run. Absolute blast that hit the scoreboard out there in right field. See if he can do that again, this time against another pitcher in Jacobson. First pitch is in there for a ball, low, ball one. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. Nisbet watches that one go by. Good eye by Nisbet on the next one. Bounces in. Ball two. Count goes to 2-1. Here comes the pitch from Jacobson. And that's low and outside. Hitters count here for Nisbet as the count goes to 3-1. See if he can get a pitch to hit here. Here comes the pitch. And that's laced right up the middle. Jacobson had the duck. He saw his life flash before his eyes. And that goes all the way out to the center fielder, Cannon Morgan. Thing was out there in a hurry. Exit velo on that one had to be crazy. In steps number 13, Trenton Lowe. Amazing day so far for the Knights offense, but especially for Alex Nisbet with that home run. And yet another hit for the Knights. It's 11 on the day. Next pitch is a little bit low, but called a strike. Strike one to Trenton Lowe. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. See if Trenton Lowe can battle here, shorten that swing, and make some contact. Next offering is in there for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Next pitch, and that's going to be a base hit. Another one for Trenton Lowe, as he just has had a great year, especially as of late. That one's off to the left side. Moves Alex Nisbet up to second base, and Giovanni Avalar is the next hitter for the Knights. Still no outs for the Knights as they continue to just put pressure on Yotes pitchers. First on Vidlac and now on Jacobson. Bunt attempt, he did not pull back. That's going to be a strike. So like I said, softball, they won game one today of their series against Corbin, their doubleheader today. And they only had 3 hits, but it was just enough. As Haley Ferguson, Skylar Grosbeck, and Ashley Fritz all picked up hits. Pitch was outside. Count goes to 1-1. Runners on first and second for the Knights. Next bunt attempt, it looks like that was fouled off. It's going to be strike 2. Oh, I thought I heard it was fouled, but I guess not. Count goes to 2-1. Comes a 2-1 offering from Jacobson. And that's laced to left field. That's going to be another base hit. It looks like it was hit a little bit too hard, though. Nisbet was not able to make that turn to third base. But the Knights have a very familiar situation now. They got the bases loaded with nobody out. Got the courtesy runner for Giovanni Avelar. Number 5, Nicolai Winston. He's going to step in there and run for Gio and put that catcher's gear back on. Number 10, Sean Hunt is up. He has had a walk today. He's also grounded out to the first baseman. See if he can check in with some hits and RBIs. Beautiful situation once again for the Knights. They have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the top half, the bottom half of the 5th inning. Ooh, nice bender is in there for a strike, and the count is even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Knights are now up to 13 hits. They have absolutely kept the pressure on Yotes pitchers all day. Next pitch to Hunt is low and away for ball 2. The count goes to 2-1. Comes the 2-1 pitch to Sean Hunt, and that's going to be lofted to center field. Not a whole bunch of carry. Looks like center fielder is going to get that, but all the runners are going to tag, and that's going to score a run. Alex Nisbet comes across the plate to score, and the Knights have double-digit runs on the board. So a beautiful piece of hitting right there by Sean Hunt, getting that run across, just getting a little pop fly deep enough so that the runner could come across. Number 20, Jared Seibel, is due up next. Runners on first and third now for the Knights. 1 away. Let's see what Jared Seibel can do here. First pitch is in there for a called strike. So back to that softball game. The runs that the Knights scored today, they'll get their 2-1 win. We'll talk about it after this pitch. Next pitch is swung on and cut on and missed. Seibel, a very healthy swing there from Seibel. The runs that the Knights scored in that softball game in Game 1, Skylar Grosbeck, she singled up the middle. And there was an error on that play, it looks like, by the center fielder on the throw in. So 2 runs scored on that play. Haley Ferguson came across, and it looks like Keely Makanani advanced on that error to score as well. The strikeout there from Jared Seibel. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Mason DeVerna, top of the order. Last time he was up, well, we all know what happened. It was an absolute tank job that almost hit that American flag out there in left center field. First pitch is fouled on top of the plate. Count goes 0-1. Next pitch is cut on and missed by Mason DeVerna. That pitch fooled him a little bit. It's a nice breaking ball there by Jacobson. Definitely seems to have a good feel of it so far. See if Mason can time it up. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side into that beautiful parking lot over there. Jacobson stares in, gets the sign. DeVerna is ready. Comes the pitch. Check swing. Umpire says he went. He looked mighty close, but he says he went. So strike 3 is called, and that'll do it for the Knights in their half of the 5th inning. But they do get another run on a sacrifice fly by Sean Hunt, center field. The Knights are now up by a score of 10-1.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away?
It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
At you. I'm Alex Nisbet. I'm a DH, and you're watching Nice Baseball on Nice Network.
Leading off for the Oaks, the third baseman, number 2, Ben Gaff.
Back here at Joe Etzel Field at the University of Portland campus, Ben Gaff, the guy who is batting second in the order for the Yotes, is due up to start the top of the 6th inning. First pitch from Yeager is low and away for a ball. Next pitch is laced to right field. DeVerna might have room. The ballpark does hold it right under the O in Pilots, and he's able to haul it down for the first out of the inning. Ben Gaff gave that thing a ride, just not enough wind and strength to carry that thing over the wall. Now batting for the Yotes is number 9, Jack Ingram. First pitch to Ingram is a ball. Yeager has been extremely efficient today. He's only got 2 strikeouts, and he does have a walk, but he's only thrown 72 pitches, which puts him in a very good spot to continue in this game. The most important number out there is the fact that he's only given up 3 hits. Obviously, that limits runners on base, and that limits runs, and limit it has. He's got only 1 run earned against him. Next pitch is lined to right field again. That thing has a little bit of carry, but once again, this time just off to the right, right under the tee in Pilots. DeVerna is there for out number 2. Catcher Caden Casagrande is up. He had the Yotes' second hit of the day a couple innings ago. Very quickly, 2 outs in the inning for Aiden Yeager. Two F9s to start the inning. This is the second pitch to Casagrande, and that's a little inside for ball 2. Count goes to 2-0, hitters count. Next pitch is in there, and it looks like that's going to be a ball, and hitters count grows to 3-0. Down 10-1. Let's see if he gets the green light here. He does not, and it just paints the black on the bottom right corner of the zone for a strike as Aiden tries to work his way back into this one. Comes the next pitch, and that's to center field. Seibel has a beat on it, and he is there to end the inning for the Knights. A beautiful inning spun again from Aiden Yeager. Only 1 runner on base. And the Knights still lead 10-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sign up now with no enrollment fee. Move Fitness. Let's go. It's time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Moo Fitness.
For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Moo Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer at Moo Fitness.
My name's Matthew Revels. I'm a senior catcher, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Leading off the ninth, so left fielder, #1, Connor Hale.
Welcome back to Joe Edsel Field on a beautiful 72 and sunny day. Connor Hale is going to lead off the inning for the Knights. Last time up, Connor had a base hit in the bottom of the 4th inning, which helped the Knights score 2 runs in that inning. Comes the first pitch from Grant Jacobson, number 45. He's still out there. First pitch is a little outside, but must have painted black, called a strike. Count goes 0-1 on Hale. Well, that one's outside. Count is 1-1 now. Jacobson gets a sign out of the windup. That ball gets past the catcher, Casagrande. Count goes to 2-1. Looks like the play for Jacobson is to stay away from Connor Hale, who is a very good hitter, very good pull hitter. He can hit it the opposite way as well. I've seen him in practice. It looks like he's going to take his base, the 5-pitch walk. Which brings up Colin Schiller, who is 2 for 2 on the day. He's got a base hit. Got a couple base hits. He's had a great day. Hit and run. Looks like it was on. Schiller fouls it off to the left. Another pickoff attempt over to first base. Hale gets back. Next pitch is looks like we're going to have a fielder's choice on that one. The out in the play is recorded. Connor Hale out at second base. Now Mitchell Brett steps in. He is 2 for 3 on the day. Got 2 hits. One out in the inning. Comes a pitch from Jacobson, and that's line to left field. Maybe he's got to play. Yes, he does. He got under it. Left fielder did. And that's out number 2 for the Knights. As Colin Schiller has to retreat back to first base. And here steps in Alex Nisbet, who obviously has had an amazing day. He's 3 for 3. A couple base hits and a home run. First pitch is outside. Wouldn't shock me if Jacobson tread very carefully pitching the Nisbet. Didn't give him anything good to hit. Check swing. He did not go. Count is 1-1. Here comes the next offering from Jacobson. That's outside. Count goes to 2-1. We'll see what Nisbet can do with this at bat. And that's low for ball 3. Count goes to 3-1. The offering to Nisbet. That was a floater. Looked like a decent pitch to hit. Nisbet watched it go by. Count is now full at 3-2. With 2 outs. In the bottom of the 6th inning. Knights up 10-1. It's been an absolute dominant performance from them as Nisbet swings through a off-speed pitch by Jacobson, and Jacobson escapes the runner on first, gets out of the inning unscathed. We head to the top half of the 7th inning. The Knights are still up by a score of 10-1.
Guess I won't be making my famous burgers.
Text everyone to cancel. The Rivera say it's not even raining at their house.
Aren't they like 2 blocks away?
It is coming down out here.
It really is.
That was cheese.
Yes, it was.
Keep walking, Marge.
I bet this is a microstorm.
What's a microstorm?
I don't actually know.
Back at Joe Etzel Field, it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Number 23, Jace Mahalki, is going to be the batter. He's going to be in the DH spot in place of Austin Moon. First pitch is in there for a ball. Second pitch is fouled off to the right. Schiller might have room. Looks like he does, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Number 5, Darren Smith, due up for the Oats. First pitch is mighty close, but called a ball. Next pitch, called a strike on the outside corner, which Yeager has done quite a bit of today. Next pitch is outside. Count goes to 2-1. Yeager is now at 86 pitches. We'll see how long he can go in this one today. Doesn't look like we have anybody warming up right now in the pin, but that might change if a runner or two gets on. Next pitch is chopped to third base. That would have been a really tough play for Trent Lowe. Third error of the game for the Knights. Would have been a tough play for Trent Lowe. Connor Olson now the batter. And he takes the first pitch he sees to left field where Toma Britt is, and he makes the routine catch. Runner retreats back to first base as Toma Britt gets it in. In steps number 12, Cannon Morgan.
Number 12, Cannon Morgan.
First pitch to Cannon Morgan is in there for a ball. Count is 0-1 to Morgan. 2 outs now in the inning for the Yotes as they try to make a rally. Darren Smith is on first base after the error. Giovanni Aguilar just threw that thing down to first base. Almost got Smith sleeping out there, but he does get back in time on that pitch out. Count is 2-0. Next pitch is in there for a called strike. Got his 2 balls and 1 strike to Morgan. Pitch is fouled off to the right side. Had plenty of distance. Needs to straighten that one out. Not quite to the parking lot though. Count goes to 2-2. Ooh, a bender there, almost hit Morgan. He does duck out of the way in time. Hitters count now 3-1. Morgan thought that next pitch was going to be ball 4, started to walk towards first base, realized that was a strike. Yeager works the count full at 3-2. We'll see what gives. There's 2 outs in the inning. Big pitch right here for Yeager. See if he can get out of this. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be possibly the end of the inning. Yep, it is. It's lofted to right field. Mason DeVerne is there, and he makes the catch to end the inning for the Knights. Beautiful job done by Yeager there. If that's the end of his day, it was a great day for him. And the Knights now lead by a score of 10-1, going to the top half of the 8th inning.
To the top of the 7th, there's no runs on no hits. 1 error, 1 left on base. Your score through 6.5.
It's time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Move Fitness.
Time to get it on. For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Move Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Time to get it on. Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer at Move Fitness.
Welcome to Move Fitness.
Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Sign up now with happy. Moo Fitness.
How's it going, guys? I'm Weston Growth, recruiting coordinator for Knights Baseball, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Okay, so we'll do it next inning, okay? We're not going to blow this thing, man. We're going to do it at the stretch. Now batting for the Knights, the third baseman, number 13, Trent Lowe.
Trent Lowe leads off the inning for the Knights. He looks at ball one and strike one. The count is 1-1. Next pitch is outside for ball two. Count goes to 2-1. We are in the bottom of the seventh inning. I know I ended the last half inning getting ahead of myself. We are in the bottom of the seventh inning. The Knights are up 10-1. Next offering is inside. Lowe lifts his hands up to let the ball by him. Probably a good decision. Don't need to get hit in the hands today. Or any day, for that matter. Here comes the next pitch from Jacobson. That's going to be high, and that's going to be a walk. In steps the catcher, number 17, Giovanni Avilar. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for the Knights. Number 2, Skylar Roque Sunahara is going to pinch run for Trent Lowe. In steps Avilar. Avilar is 1 for 3 in the game with a base hit. A couple innings ago in the 5th inning. Throw over to first base. Sunahara gets back in time. Bunt attempt there from Avilar. Pulls back in time. Count is even at 1-1. Next offering to Gio. That swung on and lifted to left field. The left fielder is there in plenty of time. He makes the catch. Skylar's got to get back. He is safe. Almost a poor decision there from Skylar Roque Sunahara. It was pretty routine fly ball to left field, and he was almost at second base by the time the left fielder caught the ball. Barely was able to get back in time, so that mental mistake did not cost the Knights an out. In steps number 10, Sean Hunt. Another throw over to first base. Nothing doing. Sean Hunt is 0 for 1 on the day. A couple strikeouts, base hit. I'm sorry. He's got a walk and a couple of groundouts. The sheet's getting a little bit crazy here. Lots of stuff on this paper. Which is a good thing. It means that the Knights have put a lot of base runners on base and scored a lot of runs, but also makes for a pretty messy score sheet. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch is a bender. It's in there for a strike, and Skyler tries to steal second base, and he gets thrown out. A beautiful, beautiful throw by the catcher, Caden Casagrande, down to the second baseman, Jack Ingram. Just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning. Next pitch to Sean Hunt. It's grounded to second base, and it's a quick way to end the inning. Sean Hunt grounds out to the second baseman to end the inning. And we head to the top of the 8th. The score for the Knights is now 10-1.
The shortstop, number 11, Chandler Stocking.
We're back at Joe Edsel Field, leading off the inning is, I think we might have a pinch hitter. Nope, it's number 11, Chandler Stocking. Yeager, who's out there to work the 8th inning. This might be his game to finish. Counts 1-2. Check swing on the 3rd pitch. Appeal down to first base. He did not go. Stocking had a hit in the game. He's also flied out to left field to Mitchell Toma-Britt. 1 for 1. Next offering is outside, and the count goes to 2-2. 3-2. That next pitch was really close, but it looks like it was the ball. And the Yotes have a runner on first, back to the top of the order with number 1, James Hull. First pitch is fouled off, line to the right field side. Next pitch from Yeager. Avalar tries to frame it. No go on that one, though. It's low. Count is even at 1-1. Yeager looks over at first base where Stocking is. Here comes the pitch. Just missed a little bit. Low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Looks like there is some action starting to happen in that Knights bullpen. Not sure exactly who's down there, but sure we'll see soon. Here comes the pitch from Yeager, and that's outside. The count's going to 3-1. Not sure how much longer Yeager might have. He's up to 104 pitches. This is his 105th. That's fouled away. Full count. James Hole. Payoff pitch for Yeager. She's on the way. And that's line to the second baseman. Make a diving play. Throw over to first, not in time. That's going to be a base hit. That's a beautiful play there by Sean Hunt. They range over, diving to his left and getting to that ball. But from his backside, tried throwing it to first, just wasn't able to get enough on it. Throw to first just wasn't in time. That'll be a base hit for James Hole. His first of the day. In steps Ben Gaff. Runners on first and second now. Nobody outs for the Yotes. They got something going here in the top of the eighth. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Yeager's battling through. Just the fifth hit of the day for the Yotes. As that one's lifted high. First base side, foul territory. Schiller is there, and he squeezes the glove around it. He makes the catch. That's a big first out for the Knights. Now, one pitch, double play can get Yeager right out of this inning and cap off a beautiful day for him. Number 9, Jack Ingram is the batter. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Next offering from Yeager as he looks. And that's going to be just a little bit high for ball one. Counts even at 1-1. Ben Graff, he is 0 for 3 on the day. Couple of flyouts to right field. And a strikeout in between. Yotes trying to rally and get to the Knights bullpen. Haven't had a whole bunch of runners on base today. They have, this is actually, I think this might be their first, maybe second runner that has touched second base. Here's the next pitch, and that's a line to right field. Mason DeVerna takes not the best line, but he is able to recover and tread back and make the catch on that line out. There's 2 away in the inning. One more out for Aiden Yeager. Possibly finish this thing up and just wrap up a beautiful day of pitching for him. One of his best outings of the year, by far. Caden Casagrande is the batter now, the catcher. He had a beautiful throw to second in the last inning for the second out when Skylar Roque Sunohara tried stealing second base. Casagrande was having none of that. Beautiful throw. Got him just enough time. Count is even at 1-1. That pitch is burned in there. Aiden's now at 114 pitches. He has been efficient, though. Only 2 strikeouts, and he has had 2 walks, but only 1 earned run on the board so far. Next pitch is low. Count goes to 2-1 on Casagrande. Casagrande, he does have a hit. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Next pitch, and that's laced to left field, but we do have a man there. He does not take the right line, though, and that ball is over his head to the wall. That's going to score a run. Stocking is in the score. That's base hit. Now the bases are loaded. Now with 2 outs. And we'll see what head coach Jeff Bard wants to do here. It looks like he's leaving him in.
Now batting for the Yotes, the designated hitter, number 23, Jace Mulkey.
The DH, Jace Mulkey, who pinch hit last inning, is now up, with a chance to possibly do some more damage. 1 run across already for the Yotes in this half inning. And that ball is lined to right field, and that's going to do a little bit of damage. That's going to score 2 more for the Yotes. And Mulkey almost made a very similar mistake to James Hull in the first inning, as he did slip rounding first base, but he's able to get back in time. And now batting is number 5, Darren Smith. Still 2 outs in the inning, 2 runs in for the Yotes. First pitch is in there for a ball. Yeager looks for the sign, gets it, looks on to the catcher Gio Avalar, makes the pitch, and that's fouled straight back, right over the umpire's left shoulder into the netting. And that's a strike there. Count goes to 1-2. To Darren Smith. Next pitch is popped up to center field. Seibel is there, and he makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. That caps off a beautiful day of pitching for Aiden Yeager. I can't imagine he's coming out to pitch in the 9th, but a great job from him as he goes 8 strong. Gives up a couple runs there in that 8th inning, 3 overall. But he really held the Yotes in check. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, with the Knights still up by a score of 10-3.
It's time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Move Fitness.
For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Move Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer at Move Fitness.
My name's Jared Seibel, center fielder for Warner Pacific Baseball, and you're watching Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Welcome back to Joe Etzel Field as the Knights hold a 10-4 lead over the Yotes. Leading off for the Knights in this bottom of the 8th inning is number 20, Jared Seibel. Just had a beautiful rendition of Sweet Caroline. Spirited fans singing along. including our PA guy, Robert Jones, who always sings along. He's a great man, though. Count is 2-0 on Jared Seibel as he looks to continue the hot hitting for the Knights. Next pitch is lofted, a big league pop-up to the second base position. He is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. We're back to the top of the order with number 9, Mason DeVerna, who's had a monster day, a couple of hits, and a couple of strikeouts. But one of his hits was a home run, and that thing was laced, almost hit that American flag out there in left field. First pitch to him is outside. Catcher Casagrande is not able to catch it, but Knights did not have anybody on base, so it was inconsequential. Next pitch is fouled off to the right side into the netting. Haven't heard too many cracks out there in that parking lot, but then again, I do have some pretty good noise-canceling headphones. Not sure how many cars have been cracked out there. There's definitely been a few, I'm sure. And there's one. That might clear the parking lot, though. I think they're safe on that one. Definitely a reminder, though, if you do ever come out to the University of Portland, to Joe Etzel Field, do not park on the street that is right off to the right side of the stadium on the first base side. It is a danger zone. DeVerna is really battling here. That's the third foul ball in the inning, in the at-bat. Count is still 1-2. One out in the inning. Knights have a 10-4 lead. And here's the pitch, and that's rung on to right field. It looks like that's going to be playable, though, and the right fielder is able to range over to his right and make the play for out number 2. Left fielder Connor Hale is now up. He's had a great day, really only recording 1 out. He's had a base hit. His first time up in that first inning, that huge first inning that the Knights have had. And he had another base hit in the 4th inning. As he bends away from that one, sees the count go to 2-0. Hale taps the bat on the ground a few times. He's ready to go, and so is the pitcher. And that ball is inside. The count is 3-0. Hitters count. Knights are up 10-4. We'll see if Connor, who is a great hitter, if he gets the green light. I don't think he will. And he looks at ball 4. So he walks on 4 straight pitches, and the Knights have a base runner with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Number 21, Colin Schiller, is the man due up. See if he can knock him in. Schiller's got a couple of base hits today and has scored a run in that monster 3rd inning. Last time up, he flew out to left field, and that time he gets a base hit. That thing's laced down the left field line. The left fielder does get to it, but it looks like that's going to be extra bases for a double. Schiller slides in there safely as the throw does come in. And the Knights are now in business with 2 outs. They got runners on 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Number 6, Mitchell Toma Britt, is due up. Toma Britt is 2 for 4. He had a hit in the 1st inning, part of that huge inning, and then in the 3rd inning as well. He looks at the first pitch inside for ball 1. Grant Jacobson is, right now, he's struggling to find the zone. Here comes the next offering from Jacobson. That's outside for ball 2. Count goes to 2-0 for Mitchell Toma Britt. See if he can drive in some more runs. Knights have already hung a 10 spot on the board. Their offense has not been a problem this year. They have been scoring a bunch of runs. The one issue has been pitching. They've been giving up a bunch of runs. But right now, today, they put it all together. Their offense has been amazing, and their pitching from Yeager has been amazing. And there's a netter walk. And the Knights, again, have the bases loaded. And let's just say we have the right guy up to bat. Alex Nisbet has already hit a 3-run homer on this day. See if he can add one more to it, this time of the Grand Slam variety. Got a pitcher's visit. Talk over what they need to do to try to get that last out, as the Knights have put together a huge 2-out rally here. Have the bases loaded. Other than that home run, it has still been an amazing day for Nisbet. He's used 3 for 4. He did strike out his last time up against Jacobson. All of his hits were against the starting pitcher today. See if he can get one on Jacobson. First pitch, and that's painted on the outside edge for strike 1. Next pitch is low and away for ball 1. Even it's the count at 1-1. Comes the next pitch from Jacobson. That's low and outside for ball 2. Count goes to 2-1. Nisbet with his 3 hits today brings his hit count to 29. Let's see if he can get to 30 here. Here comes the pitch. That's dribbled foul down the third base side. It was his first home run of the year. I've watched him in batting practice a few times. Nisbet has easy power. It doesn't seem like he swings hard, but the ball just absolutely jumps off of his bat. Comes the pitch, and that's going to be a base hit, and that might score another 2 runs for the Knights. Oh, nope, it's only going to score 1 as Connor Hale does come in to score. The Knights are being a little conservative possibly out there in the base pass, as the Knights still have the bases loaded. Add another RBI for Nisbet. Brings his total to 4 on the day. Absolutely monster day for Nisbet, who's already trying to put his bid in for Cascade Collegiate Conference Player of the Week. It's only game 1. As we are going to have another pitching change here, as Jacobson is going to get pulled. We will be back after a word from our sponsors and tell you about the pitcher coming up.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
It's 1 small step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles! Martin Cooper makes the mobile phone. Elvis Presley died today. The Space Shuttle Challenger is destroyed.
Have you played Pac-Man? The 1996 Olympic Games is awarded to Atlanta.
Awaiting the new millennium and the Y2K bug.
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Introducing iPod.
Barack Obama has been elected president.
I pronounce that William and Catherine may be man and wife together.
Happy New Year. We wish you a happy and healthy 2014.
A lot has changed in the last 50 years, but there's one thing that hasn't. The Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
At you. I'm Alex Nisbet. I'm a DH, and you're watching Nice Baseball on Nice Network.
Welcome back to Joe Etzel Field, as we do have a pitching change for the Yotes. It's going to be number 32, Willie Schertz, who in 8 appearances this year has a 10.13 ERA. He is asked to come on here with 2 outs and get that final out for the Yotes in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Knights already have 1 run across in the inning, and the bases are loaded. Number 13, Trent Lowe, is stepping into the plate now. He has been a hot hitter recently. He's hit a few home runs this year, and they've all come in the last few weeks. See if he can possibly add to that here. As the first pitch hits him in the foot, that's going to score net a run. 1 pitch and 1 run given up by Willie Schertz. Lowe didn't even have to take the bat off of his shoulders. Thing just harmlessly hit him in the foot, and he gets to walk to first base. The catcher, Giovanni Avelar, is now the batter. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner.
Pinch running for the Knights, number 24, Dylan Barnes.
Like Dylan Barnes is going to come in to run at second base. He comes in for Nisbet. So that'll be the end of the line for Nisbet today. A beautiful day for him. I think he deserves the last inning and a half off. Avelar steps in there now to receive the pitch. First pitch is fouled off, and that might hit a car. Avelar is 1 for 4 on the day. Next pitch is out to right field, and the right fielder makes the catch, and that'll end the inning, but the Knights do get another run. Put a dozen on the board, as now they head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Yotes. Score is 12-4.
Education with purpose. For nearly 100 years, Warner Pacific University has been helping students achieve a purpose-driven life with degrees to serve their calling. As a Christ-centered university, Warner Pacific offers a wide variety of undergraduate and postgraduate programs on our campus located in the urban heart of Portland. Whether you're a first-time student or a working adult, come discover what Warner Pacific has to offer. Warner Pacific University. Education with purpose.
It's time to burn calories, not cash, and get fit for summer at the #1 voted gym, Moo Fitness.
For less than $1 a day, you can feel like a million as you squat those inches away.
Or pump up the cardio in a fun, exciting class. Whatever it takes, Moo Fitness is here to help you get it done.
Jump in the gym this week and get fit for summer at Moo Fitness.
I'm Trent Lowe, third baseman. This is Knights Baseball on Knights Network.
Welcome back to Joe Etzel Field, and we do have a pitching change. Aiden Yeager's day is over, indeed, after about 112 pitches. The left fielder Mitchell Toma Britt is going to step in to finish this game off for the Knights with a 12-4 lead. We're going to have a pinch hitter. We might have 3 pinch hitters in this inning, possibly. It's going to be number 3, Trevor Watkins. Comes pitch number 1 from Toma Britt. And that's going to be way outside. Avelar does a good job to go snag that for ball 1. Next pitch is in there for a strike. Way to come back with the strike on that one. After the first pitch went way outside. Comes the next pitch from Toma Britt. And that's going to be lined to center field. Is Seibel there? Yes, he is. Almost all the way back to the warning track. He's able to catch up to it and get the out for the first out of the inning. And the Yotes are down to their final 2 outs in Game 1 of this 4-game series.
Now batting number 7, Nick Bidlock.
Number 7, Nick Bidlock is up. First pitch to him catches the corner on the outside, and that's a strike. Looks like I made a mistake there. It's going to be number 17, Brandon Fair. He's the one who's up right now. His jersey's kind of curled a little bit. I saw the 7, didn't see the 1. Check swing. First base umpire who does not really have an angle with the batter with his back to that umpire, but says with conviction that Brandon Fair did not go. The count is 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Mitchell Toma-Britt. And that might have clipped the outer edge, but ump says it was outside. Count goes to 2-1 on Brandon Fair. He's got to throw strikes here. Let the defense take care of you with a 12-4 lead. Next pitch is outside, and the count goes to 3-1. You don't want to throw meatballs, but you can kind of work in the middle a little bit more when you only have 2 more outs to get with a 12-4 lead. Don't need to be nibbling at the corners as much. And the next pitch is fouled right off the foot of Brandon. I think that might have hurt a little bit. He's walking it off. Seems to be okay. Count is full at 3-2. From the stretches, Toma-Britt. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's a fastball that got away, and it looks like it hit Brandon right in the back of the thigh. That one's going to hurt a little bit as he jogs down to first base, rubbing it ever so slightly. And batting now for the Yotes in the 9 holes, number 11, Chandler Stocking. Last time up, he walked. We will have a pinch runner down at first base. It'll be number 12, Cannon Morgan. He was pulled for Brandon. First pitch to Chandler is a strike on the outside corner. An 0-1 count. Still 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 pitch could end this game with a double play. Next pitch, check swing. Looks like it might have been a little outside, but ump says otherwise, and that's strike 2. The count goes to 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's swung on and missed. 1 more out for the Knights, and they will have a heck of an awesome victory. Mitchell Toma-Britt with that strikeout in his second batter. Now back to the top of the order, James Hull with 2 outs and a runner on. That's the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Toma-Britt is turned up now. Quickly gets ahead of the count. Gets the sign. From the stretch, and pitches low and outside for ball 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Comes the next pitch, a little bender. And then a pitch out down to first base, a little bit dangerous. Almost gets over Schiller's head, but Schiller does a good job to keep it in the infield, keep the runner at first base. The count goes to 2-1. From James Hull. Here comes the next pitch, and that's going to be a grounder to the shortstop, Connor Hale. He throws over to first, and it's going to be not in time. That'll be a base hit for James Hull. Now the Yotes have runners on at first and second, with 2 outs.
Now batting the third baseman, number 2, Ben Gaff.
Second baseman Ben Gaff is up now. Here comes the pitch, and that's high to Ben Gaff. Toma Britt just needs one more out. He does have quite the sizable lead to work with. Knights are up 12-4. They have put on a show, hitting the cover off the ball today. Comes the pitch from Toma Britt, and that's going to be low. Count goes to 2-0. Comes the next offering from Mitchell Toma Britt, and that's skied off to the left side. Count goes to 2-1. Like I said earlier, Toma Britt just needs to, he doesn't need to throw meatballs, but he can work the middle of the plate. He doesn't need to nibble as much. He's got a 12-4 lead. Even though the runner's on, they are inconsequential. Just get it over. Let the defense win the game for you. Just need one more out. Next pitch is in the dirt, low and outside, ball 3. Count goes to 3-1. Comes the next pitch from Toma Britt, and that's in there for a strike. He works the count full. Now the count is 3-2. I do have an update for you on the softball game. Last game of the series against Corbin, Knights are leading 8-1. So it looks like they might get another win there and win 3 out of 4. Here comes the pitch from Toma Britt. Payoff pitch. And that's lined down the left side for a foul. Count stays at 3-2. Here comes the next offering from Toma Britt, and that's going to walk the bases loaded. In steps number 9, Jack Ingram. Here comes the pitch from Toma Britt, and that's in there for a strike. Bases are loaded, but still should not be much pressure. Knights do have a 12-4 lead. Just got to throw strikes to let your defense help you out. Just need one more out to get the win. Here comes the 0-1 from Toma Britt, and a check swing. Umpire does point at the batter, which means that he did go, and that the pitch was a ball. But the count is now 0-2 in favor of Mitchell Toma Britt. He just needs to make one more pitch here to give the Knights a huge 12-4 victory. Here comes the offering. That's swung on and lifted to right field. DeVerna looks like he's there, and he's got it. And the Knights have a huge 12-4 win. They win Game 1 with a beautiful pitching performance from Aiden Yeager. What a great team win for the Knights, as they had some great pitching and some great hitting to get them the win. Game 2 of this series will start in about 30 minutes. We'll be back with you in about 25.